to our live Monday show. Your thoughts have the power to often dictate and set the tone for your day. We want to help you navigate a peaceful and productive week.
So award-winning author Stacy Hawkins Adams joins us as we continue with another installment of our Motivational Monday series. Hi, Stacy.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, and it's great to have you with us as we do navigate, parents like myself, this first day of school, and I call it the back to reality, back to that schedule, back to that routine. How can we get through these days and keep our eye on the prize, so to speak?
Yeah, so I have a level-setting conversation with myself and my young adults this time of year, whether it's work or school or even my godchildren around. What is your prize going to be? And so when my kids were younger, probably a little bit older than your daughter, I'd ask them, what are your goals for your grades? Like, what's your math goal? What's your English goal? And they would write that down, and we'd put it in like a little jar, and we'd check in every so often. So setting the eyes on the prize is, what is your personal goal? Not that you're competing with those around you, but what are the things that at the end of the week or the end of the month you'll be like, I got through that, I did that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think, at least for me as an adult, if I set a goal and don't check back on it until the end of the year, the end of the school year, for example, it can be tough. But if we're keeping those things in mind, and as a parent, you're able to say, hey, are you achieving that goal? Do you feel good about where you are as you get closer and closer to it? They may be more successful.
Exactly. And I think it's also like thinking about the positive side. It's like saying the positive things, like I can do this, I can achieve this, because often we think about what we can't do or where we struggle. Or let's say if we're thinking about school, they get a grade that's not what they want. Then it's sort of like, oh my goodness, the world has ended. I'm not going to be able to make this happen. Same thing could happen with something you're dealing with work, where you maybe don't quite reach that milestone, and we focus on the negatives versus, well, what did I learn? What did I learn about myself on my way to reach the prize? What did I learn about the experience? How can I grow from this?
Mm-hmm. And it's really holding yourself accountable no matter what age you are, and holding yourself, making sure that you're staying present and that you are working towards that each and every day.
Right. It's really telling yourself that you want to invest in yourself. We invest in a lot of other people and a lot of other things, but what if we say I value myself enough that either I'm going to stop doing something or start doing something so that I can achieve this goal? I may not need to stop doing it forever or keep doing it forever, but for this time frame where I want to achieve this particular goal, I got my eyes on that prize, and so I'm going to focus in that way.
Now, if you have a young person or young adult who is I don't know, you ask them, I don't know, what's your goal? I don't know. How do you guide them to set goals that are realistic, but also that push them a little bit?
Yeah. And sometimes the I don't know, I think, comes from like maybe the fear of maybe I'm not going to get it right, or maybe I won't have the right answer. So in that case, you kind of lean into, well, what are the things you enjoy? What do you have? When you're doing it, it's just natural. It feels like fun. It's easy. Well, perhaps that's where your purpose is, or perhaps that's where your vocation is. Lean into those things that you truly enjoy and try to be excellent at those things. So when you're excellent at the things you already enjoy, that's where you kind of find some traction, and you can say, wow, I'm really making a difference and an impact.
And maybe you've already reached a goal throughout the year that you'd been working on for quite some time. And is this time of year just a really good time to center yourself and recognize this can be a restart too, and this can be an opportunity to have some self-growth and maybe pick something else to work on?
Exactly. And like even with the goals, when we're working on hard goals or maybe things like school that kids may not think is fun, what are the fun things you can bring along with it? So it's not to be like I've got to be a taskmaster and I can only focus on this hard thing or this challenging thing or this big thing that I'm required to do if it's school. What are the fun things I can bring along with that? Perhaps it's, I'm going to study with a friend, or we're going to take an ice cream break, or I'm going to just have, a movie night and just kind of get my mind off of things. So even though you're working toward these goals, and yes, we need to be accountable, bring some joy into every day and into every experience as well.
It's interesting because as you come out of summer, I was talking with a friend who also has littles, and she had a toddler bucket list. And so I'm reminded of that in this moment, because you can have your set of goals, but you can also have your school year bucket list or your year bucket list if school is not a factor right now. So you add those things that are fun, and you get a chance to check them off and have a good time and still be able to check in on those goals.
Exactly. So one of the things I did with my kids when they were younger, at the beginning of the year, we would have our list, our bucket list, and we'd have a list just on paper what that was. But then I kept a jar, and it was our joy jar. So, whatever your goal is, my son ran track. So I want to make sure that I, jumped 22 this year. That's the goal. So every time he'd get closer, we would put that in the joy jar. He jumped at 18. He jumped to 21. There's a 21.5. You get to the end of the year, maybe if he didn't even reach the 22, but you get to the end of the year and you start pulling out all those things that were accomplished, and you say, wow, I may not have reached that complete, prize, the thing that I fully wanted, but look at how much progress I made. And there's some joy in doing that as well, and just some confidence building in that.
Absolutely.
I want to say too that a few weeks ago you were here on the show and you talked about keeping that joy in life and really exploring the world like a child does, and I've been implementing that.
Yay.
And it really does work for those moments when you have something like a goal ahead of you and you can still really enjoy every step of the way, even the hard parts.
Exactly. Another phrase that folks who follow me will hear me say often is that baby steps count.
Yeah.
And so those little things that you're inching toward. I'm going to just do this little thing different today, or I'm going to take this extra step, or I'm going to push myself out of my comfort zone just a little bit. Those little milestones, they really do matter. Those baby steps toward the joy, toward achieving the goal, toward pushing yourself and challenging yourself, those really count.
Well, your joy jar is such a great concept. I haven't done it in a jar, but my husband and I, we keep a list on our phones, and at the end of every month we check off, these are some things we didn't expect to achieve that we did, so let's celebrate those a little bit. So it's such a great way to include gratitude and childlike wonder into what we do every day.
Have that tangible aspect of it too in something like a jar. I'm going to do that tonight.
Yeah.
And ultimately the prize is just honoring yourself.
That's right. Celebrating as you go along.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for always keeping us motivated on Monday, and we look forward to having you back.
Thank you.
Well, Stacy Hawkins Adams sends out weekly Motivational Monday emails. If you want more information or to subscribe, just visit stacyhawkinsadams.com.